Every fall begins the same. A bridge, a man. A silence that grows louder than pain. And when the breath is gone, the world rewinds again and again, until someone finally answers the darkness.
Between two heartbeats, dust suspended in the air, sirens frozen, empty echoes, no one left to hear the prayer. Footsteps carved like ghosts in concrete, breath dissolves in choking gray. I was just a whisper falling, learning how to fade away. But through the static in my head, a fragile voice began to burn. When the world stopped turning, I finally heard the sound of everything I buried, breaking underground. When the sky stopped breathing, the shadows learned my name, and every tear I never cried came pouring down like rain. I wore regret like rusted armor, built of all I couldn't face, rooms that smelled of nights forgotten, dreams that time refused to trace. And just before the final step, before the rails received the fall, a hand of light unstitched the dark and dared to speak at all. And every wall I built began to crack. turning. So did the fear of trying. And for the first time since I died, I realized I'd been dying.
I trace the lines upon your fate. They shimmer faint like winter breath. A broken soul that tries to run from time, from love, from death. Your heart still trembles like a flame in storms you never chose to light. Yet still you walk the shattered road between the dark and light. And have walked these shadows far too long alone, but now your wounded spirit answers to my own. This is the Soulseeker's touch, soft as a whisper, deep as a blade, lifting
grows warm then absent, love that hurt too much to keep, demons wearing friendly faces, feeding on the need to sleep. And I thought I chose the silence, thought I chose the open rail, but I was just another echo in a never-ending tale. And still she walks beside me like a prayer that learned my name. On this broken path of fire, where the terrified confess, she tore the night in silver threads and wrapped my heart in gentleness. On this broken path of fire, where angels learn to weep, I swore I'd try just one more time before I chose to sleep. I'm just not gone. And maybe that is strength. On this broken path of fire, where the scars begin to mend, I took the hand that reached for me and chose to live again. We drank the fire willingly to walk behind the throne. Two warriors wrapped in shadows, cloth together, never alone. Our names erased for greater cause, our halos burned too cold. We walked the course of ruin to save a single sin. And every lie we spoke was carved into our way. Where angels learn to bleed and heaven dares to broken ranks, his strength a whispered thread, while one was caught in chains of doubt and iron-soaked regret. But loyalty is louder than the crown of any king, and love remembers promises even when they stir. So hold the line, though no one sees your tears. Where angels learn to bleed, then truth is wrapped in lies. We bury hope in shallow graves beneath the poison skies. Where angels learn to bleed, and crowns are made of scars. We lost ourselves in shadowed halls to guard the distant stars. If you fall, I will carry your name into every There is no turning back. But even in the darkest pit, we keep each other strong. Where angels learn to bleed, and faith begins to burn. We swear the oath is shattered light until the souls return. Teeth in the dark, hands in the dirt, promises sharpened, designed to hurt. The ground keeps whispering, hold borrowed sins, and every door forward devours who
choosing not to die before you must.
And still we run, but no longer to
The silence broke beneath my breath, like stone that cracks beneath the tide. I stood between what waits for death and what refuses still to hide. The echoes of forgotten names still burn inside my chest. Every failure carved in flame, every doubt confessed. I walked through fire without a shield, I faced the dark alone. Every truth I tried to yield returned me to the throne, not crowned in
words we say, but the path we choose to walk.
And I have chosen. And I have chosen. Stitched out of pain, but underneath the shadow smile, he was my friend, my flame. And when the world demanded blood, he chose the harder way. Goodbye, my brother. The stars will know your name in every whispered hidden prayer that rises through the flame. Goodbye, my brother. You never walked alone, and all the light you tried to hide will always lead me He broke so others would not break. He fell to make a stand. And even when the mask was torn, he never loosed my hand. If heaven writes in tears, then your name is etched in gold. Goodbye, my brother. The night repeats your song, and even in the pit of hell, your soul refused the wrong. Goodbye, my brother. No grave can hold your worth, for love is louder than the chains that bind us to the I will carry you in every breath, until the gates reopen. Until the dawn. Goodbye. Until the on. We tore the wings from your silent eye, caught in the dark where liars hide. He whispered prayers, he begged for flame. We answered only with iron and pain. Secrets spilled across the stone, names, signs, the throne unknown. The spy is ash, the lie is dead, his warning written in what we bled. You sent him crawling through the gate. Now hear the price you'll pay for faith. One step closer and the other dies. One breath nearer and hope is skinned alive. Cross the veil, cross the line. We'll hang your heaven from hell's design. From hell's design. Another watcher still draws breath, still hides beneath your wings of breath. We see him praying, we smell his fear. His end is waiting, chained right here. Your army stir beyond the veil. Polished blades rehearse the tale, but every march toward our domain tightens his chains, feeds his pain. You want the lost and lose them all. One step closer and the other dies. One step closer and the other dies. One breath nearer and hope is skinned alive. Cross the veil, cross the line. We'll hang your heaven from hell's design. Do not come. Do not watch. Do not send another God. He still screams. He still knows your mercy ends where fear grows. Stay. Light like oceans breaking sky, fire woven into rain. Every scar I ever hid, rose singing through the pain. I am not forgiven, I am simply standing still.
If this is hope, then let it hurt. Let every lesson be unmasked.
I will not fade, I will not run. I'll face the darkness till I'm done. And if I fall, then let me fall into the arms of dawn. The portal burns with waking stars, but fear does not decide. Every step we take from here was waiting on the other side.
You carry wounds like open doors, but still you choose to stand. Not every soul that crosses through was meant to understand.
You don't walk alone,
You never did.
if this is hope, then let it burn. In every fragile twist and turn, I hold the light I once denied, and walk beside you to the other side. And if we fall, then let us fall, but not alone.
Well, wait for me beyond this line.
The truth you fear to name,
And if the dark still knows my name,
then let it speak in vain.
I don't know who I'll be when I'm through.
You'll be the one who chose. If this is hope, then let it rise from broken ground, from shattered skies. I will not fade,
You will not fall.
you will not fall. We crossed the veil on on and on.
If we fall, let us go. We are
welcome home. The sky went quiet above my head. No signs, no voices, nothing said. I asked for fire, I begged for rain. All I received was hollow flame. Every prayer fell back to earth like shattered glass, like fading worth. I searched for meaning in the night, but heaven turned
And so, the journey did not end. When Steve was brought from the brink, it merely changed its shape. The sphere watched in silence, its silver light trembling. Like a candle in a gathering storm, Leora walked beside him still. Guardian, guide, and fragile heart, bound to a vow. Older than memory, below the abyss, stirred in its sleep. Demons whispered, old wounds opened, and somewhere in chains, a fallen warrior remembered love and endured. Prophecies no longer felt like stories, they felt like footsteps drawing closer. The Soulseekers tightened their sacred oath, for the darkness was no longer waiting. It was moving, and the fragile soul at the center of it all would soon learn that even salvation has a price. And somewhere unseen, a familiar presence lingered. She watched in silence, waiting for the moment when paths would cross again. Mara, this was not the end. It was the turning.